All right, hi
Hi,
Filippo.
Brandon.
Nice to meet you. I'm
Nice
so
to meet you
glad to
too.
have you here for this coaching session. If you wanted to, you could start off by just saying what you wanted to work on and what area that it covers.
Absolutely. The main issue that I'm facing today, thing that I would really love to improve, is the fact that I procrastinate too much.
Okay.
I have several goals that are in, let's say, in life goals, or in school, or on a gym perspective. But I feel that my procrastination is what really is stopping me towards those goals nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So my main goal has become to be able to not procrastinate anymore and start doing stuff.
Okay, that's awesome. When did you first notice that you were like kind of like struggling with procrastination? Like, was it recently, or like has it always kind of like been a thing through like high school?
It started during my uni.
Okay.
Okay, so during high school it was fine. During my uni, it started getting more obvious.
Okay.
Um,
In what ways did it start getting more obvious?
well, I started. I used to plan my study sessions in order to prepare an exam,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end, I used to skip most of the study session and study everything towards the end. Well, when I started really feeling the pressure, so I wouldn't really respect my schedule and study everything at the end. And this obviously made me feel anxious because I didn't have time. I always felt that I could have prepared myself better for the exam,
Mm-hmm.
and then everything that comes with the fact of being late doing preparing an exam. Exactly.
Okay.
That's where I actually really started seeing that I had this kind of problem.
And like, could you walk me through like an actual day, like or situation when it like happens? So like, if you're like you know the exam is or is on Friday and stuff. What are things that are happening as the day is getting closer?
It's mm, different from this kind of situation because I did my undergraduate in Italy, and in
Mm-hmm.
Italy we have exam sessions. So we have like four subjects,
Mm-hmm.
and for 3 months you have classes, and at the end of the 3 months you just have one final exam, and that's your grade.
Mm-hmm.
So during the 3 months you don't have any kind of examination. You have directly the examination at the end of the term.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started scheduling, I don't know, after 2 weeks in the program, and in order to start studying with let's say, in order to follow the classes. So
Mm-hmm.
finishing the class study session, finishing the class study session. But at the end, what I used to do is not studying for 2 months and then studying all the subject together the last 3 weeks. And that was really hard because, I mean, we're in such big exams all together in
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks. It made me feel bad and stupid at the same time because I was like, I'm an idiot because I know how hard it is to do it. I should do it when I
Right.
have the time
Mm-hmm.
to prepare myself. And so this really made me feel bad, and it's something that actually I was never able to really change. I was able to get a little bit better during time, but I actually never managed to solve the issue.
Okay, so I see this the situation of like knowing something is happening, far away, and having the time to plan, but and knowing that you because of the the rigor of the subject, you need to take the time to plan, but then waiting until the last minute is like, oh, now I have to cram all this stuff in and stuff. And so I think one thing that I've worked with a lot of clients on is like taking like a big. I look at it as like a. I use the example of a pie and stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
eating. If I was to give you a whole 12-inch apple pie right now, and I told you to eat it all, that may be a lot and stuff,
I
depending
would
on
never be able to do it.
depending on how much. Maybe not for somebody like me and you, but it may be a lot. Let's say it's like an extra large pie, like the size of this, so that may be a lot to eat,
Yeah.
and stuff.
For me, yeah.
But
Okay, you can
But
see.
but if we, we cut that pie into different slices and stuff, we say, hey, just eat one slice once per week and stuff. That may be a lot easier and stuff. I think
Absolutely.
that if, for example, we have a large finance quiz and stuff, we know that the finance quiz will be over six main areas of finance and stuff,
Hmm.
and so we can break those off and maybe start having different study sessions every week that can kind of hit those different six things in a lot smaller way and stuff. Where do you want, if we were to look at you a year from now, where would you like to be in terms of your in terms of this procrastination that you're working on?
My goal would be to eliminate this kind of problem. Like, I think that is nowadays it's the biggest threat that I'm facing towards
Mm-hmm.
my goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is something that I need to solve about
Mm-hmm.
myself. And what if you ask me 1 year from now, where do you see yourself? My answer is gonna be being able to having a full day. That's what I love. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
feel actually happy when I at the end of the day I've done all the tasks of the day.
It's a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's where if where I see myself. In a year, I would love to see myself being able to wake up in the morning, look at my schedule, be like, okay, I have to do all this kind of stuff, and go to sleep at night and be like, check, 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 check. I've done everything. I'm really grateful and I'm really proud of myself. That's my goal, and that's what I would love to achieve.
I think that's great and stuff. Another thing that I like to do with my clients is it's important to think about like what does that feel like? What are like some of the feeling words that bring that up? So could you talk about that? Like what does that feel like for you? Does it feel happy? Does it make you feel joy? Does it make you feel like you're connected to like a bigger person? Like what are this type of feelings that you envision yourself gaining from that each day?
Sure.
Because even during the middle of the day, think about it. If you imagine yourself you've gone 4 weeks with doing everything on the to do list. What does that fifth week now feel like? How do you wake up in the morning?
If I can accomplish this kind of, I
Yeah.
would be really happy about myself. I would feel joy because I would feel proud about me, and that at least I would something that really makes me happy is being conscious of having tried my best every day. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
want to know that I did the best that I could actually possibly try to do. That's that's my goal every day. That's what I try to achieve every day. And with this procrastination thing, this mm, doesn't happen because most of the time I'm like, okay, yes, okay, this I can do it later, this I can do it later, and at the end of the day, I don't really end up doing everything as I should do and everything that I really wanna do
Mm-hmm.
for the day. So probably the feeling that I would get from from reaching this goal is joy, happiness, and obviously being for sure being more confident about
Mm-hmm.
myself because
Mm-hmm.
I would feel um, I would know that I'm capable of setting a goal and being able to achieve it
Mm-hmm.
in not that now I'm not able to achieve it, but achieve it in the right way, in
Mm-hmm.
a proper way, without feeling the pressure and the anxiety that comes with not having time.
I think that's amazing what you've just uncovered by reflecting on that. I think that what I would like to create for you is what I do with my clients is I create when we talk about our like to do list. I don't really like that word and stuff because it seems very it like creates a connotation of like it's heavy for us to do this and it's like a negative thing. So instead of like doing to do lists, I create what I call like our daily joys list because it's not that we have to do this, it's a joy that we get to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We get to work out, we get the study for our assignments and our exams and stuff. And so what I like doing with my clients is we know on the perfect day we'll hit all these things. We'll get up early in the morning, we'll go running, we'll meditate, we'll do our study sessions throughout the day, etc. But some days, life ebbs and flows. We may not be able to do everything. So I also like creating like the bare minimum list. So like even on those days where it's kind of hard, we wake up, we're going through life and stuff, we still hit like the bare minimum and stuff. So you're still moving towards your goal, but not doing everything on like the big master list and stuff. I would want to start with you for that. Do that for 21 days for
Okay.
the first one, and then see where we can move at to then get you situated for the 90-day mark as well, and then we can take it further from there.
That would be amazing.
That's awesome.
That
Okay,
would be
well,
amazing.
we will take a small break, and then after we will start to make that list, and then do some more reflection so that we can build the plan that will work best for you.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank
I'll
you,
see
Brandon.
you. Oh, well, let's do the feedback now in the same video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. You were really like the questions that you asked me were really good. It helped me uncover the issue. I actually this is the first time I talk so deeply about the topic, and so I thank you very much for
Yeah, no
this.
problem.
And even the advices that you gave me are really well thought. Like I can tell that it's not your first rodeo, like to make it. Um, and so like I love the idea of the bare minimum list because it's something that like what I feel from like the questions that you asked and the advice that you gave is that you were empathic with me, like you understood what the what's the topic, like what's the issue, and you try to build some like a connection, like this is don't worry is nothing is not something impossible, try this, try that. I love the practical advices because I think of myself as a practical person, so I love that. And what else? You have been really, let's say, introspective. Like the questions were to really like understand where the problem come from. Like even when you asked me when was the first time that you actually uh, the when you actually the first time that you understood that you have this problem. Like I never really like I knew when as a but I never really thought about it in this way. So you made me think a lot. That's I think that was the goal of this activity, and so thank you very much, Brandon.
Yeah, I got you. Perfect.